gotta be fast. We gotta be fierce. We gotta be like the grade 4 track team at regionals.
Take 3. Okay. This recipe is courtesy of my sister Sarah. She's an amazing baker. She always has been, and these are the best chocolate chip cookies I've ever had. I got a screenshot of her top secret note card right there, except it's not so top secret because we're gonna post it in the description so you can make these on your own. And like all great cookie recipes, it starts with an entire cup of butter, which I believe is also a pound of butter, right?
No, I think it's 2 cups in a pound because the brick is the pound.
Oh, okay.
And there's 2 cups in a brick.
Okay, so half a brick of butter, half a pound, 1 cup.
2 sticks.
2 sticks.
How many duplops? No, what's the...
How many grams?
No, I don't care about that.
How many smoots?
Smoots, yeah, how many smoots?
Except that's a length measurement.
Alright, well if you put all that butter in a lengthways, how many smoots would it be?
It'd be probably like 2 smoots of butter.
Can you tell the people what a smoot is?
I believe a smoot is approximately 5 feet 9 inches. It's the height of Oliver Smoot, who was a undergraduate at MIT, and I think as part of his frat induction, the fraternity used him as a unit of measurement to measure the length of a bridge across the Charles River. So the official length measurement of this bridge is in smoots. This is just a very long-winded way of saying that whenever I need to soften butter for a recipe, I like to chop it into cubes first so that you get lots of air circulation and it softens a lot faster than if you leave it in that big bulky bridge. So we're gonna do this whole recipe analog by hand. We have a stand mixer. We chose not to use it though, to keep it accessible, to keep the noise down, honestly, because stand mixers are loud, and, you know, just adds that little bit of something, you know. So we're gonna start 1 cup of butter, 2 sticks, half a pound, a million smoots, however you want to define it. Can you and Penny please preheat the oven?
Okay, Penny.
To 325 degrees.
325. 325. Big. 325. She's like, ah! Okay, I'll put you down. So while Morley's looking for things, I'm going to take you on a tour of our tiny kitchen.
Do you want to use ground cumin instead of...
Oh my god, you keep interrupting my tour. So while Morley's doing things, I'm going to take you on a tour of our tiny kitchen.
Is this all the sugar we have?
Alright, that's the end of our tour. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week with a tour of our tiny kitchen the other way.
Is this all the sugar we have?
Yeah, there might be some brown sugar.
Alright, so should I use this really dried out brown sugar? So, to our softened butter.
Sorry, can you start that again? Because I have family who watch this. And
I don't get no respect around here.
I'm so sorry.
I don't get no respect at all. We are going to add a cup of packed brown sugar. Life hack, you can just kind of use the plastic as a scoop and then you don't have extra dishes. That's about, okay, that's a little much.
Because we're baking, so we actually have to measure things.
Alright, cup of brown sugar. I don't really want to use this dried out brown sugar, so I'm just going to leave that for another day.
Hey Penny, do you want some sugar? Penny!
No, don't get Penny sugar.
I just want to see what happens. We've never done this before.
And she's going to want to eat it. It's sugar.
I don't know, Morley. She really only goes for salty things.
And then we are going to add 3/4 of a cup of normal white sugar. Now I think this is all the sugar we have left. So let's see if we have just enough. Okay, that's about 3/4 of a cup.
Sorry, what was that, Morley?
I said, are you really going to question my cookie making? I am the master of cookie making.
Oh
my god, this is so stuck back
What are
here.
you doing right now?
I'm trying to get the wooden spoon out. I think we're going to have to take these drawers out. Penny, how are we going to get this wooden spoon out? It's so stuck.
Do you want me to try?
Oh, no, I think I got it. Aha! Maybe give us a little wash.
Maybe that's why Penny kept going under there. She's like, guys, there's a spoon! There's a spoon!
We are going to cream together the butter and sugar. Now, this is probably the most elbow grease intensive part of the recipe because there's not really any liquid in here. The only liquidy thing you have is the moisture from the brown sugar and the butter itself. And to be honest, our apartment's a little chilly right now, so the butter is not as soft as it could be. So, my strategy is to kind of smear the butter into the sugar in against the side of the bowl. And you're just gradually getting everything into this nice, sweet, fatty paste. Sounds delicious, right? That's the most appetizing adjective.
The goal here is to do it better and faster than the person before you, so it just becomes a friendly competition. So that when I tag in Morley next, he's going to do even faster than me.
See, I thought we were just being like a friendly couple here. I didn't realize okay, I see you.
We gotta be fast. We gotta be fierce. We gotta be like the grade 4 track team at regionals. Morley,
Yes.
we forgot something.
What did we forget?
Our aprons.
Oh yeah, we didn't even wear them the first video.
And just in case you weren't sure if Morley Abraham Kert was Jewish, now all of your questions have been answered.
And in case if you weren't sure if Eden Franny Sobel Schwartz wasn't Jewish, this is her apron.
It's looking good.
Alright, I think that is sufficiently creamed. So now we can add the liquid ingredients and make our lives lots easier. I don't know why we don't just add them earlier on in the process, but this is the way I was taught to make cookies. So it's like with a lot of baking. You can't question tradition. You just do it blindly.
Well, it's also chemistry.
Sure. Now we're going to add 2 eggs. Did you want to talk about these eggs, Eden?
Yes. These eggs are the last 2 surviving eggs from a half dozen that I destroyed while at work. I broke 2 of them at work and then another 2 on my way home. So these are hearty eggs. These eggs will make good, tough cookies.
Tough cookies. Okay. And then, bear with me here, a whole tablespoon, not teaspoon, of vanilla. I know, sounds crazy, but it's delicious. Bam. And then continue to cream.
So the reason why you cream the sugar and the butter together first is so that the sugar gets all incorporated. That's my understanding.
Oh, okay.
My scientific understanding.
See, Eden's actually worked at a bakery. I'm just talking out my ass. Alright, that looks good. Next step. We want to add the flour.
So we got 2 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour.
All-purpose flour. Then we're also going to add a 1/2 cup of oats.
So this is 1/4 of a cup. So I'm going to do
Yes.
2 of these. And look at me, I'm measuring. All right. What other warm ingredients do we got? When I say warm,
dry
I mean
ingredients?
dry.
Okay, we're also going to want to add 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda.
Okay.
Now, other bakers might mix all the dry ingredients separately and then add them to the wet. That probably wouldn't be the worst idea in the world, but that's not what we're doing. And I'm sure they'll turn out just fine.
And 1 teaspoon baking powder. So I am gonna like kind of fake pre-mix my dry ingredients just like up here a little bit. Is this 1/2 or 1/4? We do have measuring spoons, but they're not labeled. So
Well, they were labeled, but the ink all rubbed off.
Yeah, so while we weren't filming, I was like, wait a minute. Is this 1/4 or a 1/2 teaspoon? No matter. The damage has been done, and I think it will be okay.
No, we were correct. The damage hasn't been done. We were correct in you were correct in your measuring.
Right. So the moral of the story is live on the edge, use measuring spoons, but don't know what they're actually measuring.
Yeah.
Eat it out.
I disagree with the moral of that story. Oh no.
It's a good thing it's artificial. That would have been like $18. Oh my gosh.
Is there going to be some vanilla-y paper towels?
Yeah. It will dry and then it'll be like vanilla-y.
That kind of sounds gross.
Alright.
Let us know in the comments. Should we keep or throw away the roll of vanilla paper towels?
Alright, Morley, let's see your best mixing face.
I'm serene. I'm like the barefoot Contessa. It's no sweat off my back. This is just another day in the kitchen. The hardest part of this is getting the flour at the bottom to mix into all the wet stuff. You kind of have to it's kind of like the creaming process. You kind of got to smear it in a little bit. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt as well because it brings out the flavor. Sarah's original recipe doesn't call for salt, but I think it adds a lot.
More salt. So currently we have the Holy Trinity: sugar, butter, and chocolate. Some people might say that you should wreck the Holy Trinity by adding nuts.
And some people might say that wrecking is the incorrect word. Continue.
Now, since relationships are built on compromise, we have decided that we will do majority Holy Trinity, so 1.5 cups of chocolate chips, and also add some nuts, which some people do really like in their chocolate chip cookies. So that's what we're gonna do: 1.5 cups of chocolate chips, 1/2 cup of nuts. So these are in fact walnuts, as we determined in our veggie burger and baked French fries recipe.
I can't believe you got it first try this time.
I know, I'm very talented. So I'm just chopping these up loosely so they're around the same size as the chocolate chips. Maybe if you're not paying attention, you'll just think they are chocolate chips.
Let's look at the world's most popular chocolate chip cookies. You'll get Levain Bakery in New York City, right? You know what's in those chocolate chip cookies?
Okay, but they just came out with the double
walnuts.
Chocolate cookie. Okay, but if they were the world's most popular, most prolific cookies, why did Levain then come out with a no walnut chocolate chip cookie?
To appease crazy people like you.
Well, I might be crazy, but I'm also right.
That was a good comeback. Beautiful.
How's it going there, Morley?
It's going. This thing is the bane of our existence. You have to get it perfectly aligned, and it's really bendy sheet metal. Oh, got it. You missed it. You missed the moment.
So sorry, the cat was too cute.
Okay. All right, so we got our. Oh, I didn't put everything back in. Hang on. All right, got it. So I like to make a little bigger than a golf ball sized ball. Push it down a little bit. And I was always told you don't need to grease the cookie sheet when you're making chocolate chip cookies because the cookies already have butter in them and they won't really stick to the pan. And our cookie sheets are already pretty gnarly, so even if we do a little bit of stickiness, it's not like we're destroying a nice cookie sheet. Okay. Eden's a proponent of smushing after she puts down all the cookies. Does this say something about our personalities? I smush one at a time, she smushes all at once.
I'm really concerned. We should definitely talk to our counselor about this.
We don't have a counselor. So since these are chocolate chip cookies, we really don't want to overcook them because we want that nice crispy outside, chewy, gooey inside. So I think the recipe says 10 minutes. I'm going to set a timer for 8 minutes, and then we'll check and see what they look like.
You rapscallion.
Okay. All right, well, the timer's going. We can do a little Penny check-in. How's Penny helping with this?
She's trying to get this.
Penny's favorite toy is wrappers of various sizes and shapes. And Eden's favorite toy is watching Penny play.
Yeah. Hey, Penny, do you want to show the world your tricks? Penny, sit. Good girl.
Wow.
Good girl.
Is it a cat? Is it a dog?
I don't even know.
The world may never know. What are you?
She's a monster.
I think she's Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon.
Ready?
Yeah.
For the big reveal?
Let's see.
Ooh, just a little brown around the edges.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty perfect.
You think so? They look a little gooey in the middle.
They do. Maybe we should switch the top and bottom racks.
Switcherooski.
We probably should have done this halfway through if we're going to do it at all. But yeah, those ones on top don't look quite done.
2 more minutes.
I'd say 1 more minute. It's tricky.
Should we compromise at 1 minute and 30 seconds?
I can't compromise anymore today. After those walnuts and chocolate... Actually, I kind of just got my way there.
Yeah, you did.
So I just got... This lighting's weird. I just got walnuts. I think by the time we're finished this bit, they'll be ready. I think that's the compromise.
Is this truly what relationships are? Everyone's like, yes, a good, strong relationship is about compromise. But like, compromise doesn't exist. Just one person gets their way.
I just got my way. I got walnuts in the chocolate chip cookies. I don't know if I can wait 15 seconds.
You can do it. Just imagine that you like really, really have to go to the bathroom, but all of the stalls are occupied.
Wait, Penny's in the background playing.
Oh my god, Morley, it's 5 seconds over.
Oh no, they're gonna be burnt! Penny's like, I wanna see!
Oh, those are good.
Oh, those look perfect.
In our oven, that was about 11 minutes, but you just want them to look like that.
That is what you're going for. They do cook a little more once you take them out of the oven. So if they look a little raw on top, it's okay. It's just about knowing what the acceptable level of undercookedness on top is. I feel like the easier way to tell is around the edges, the brown around the edges on the bottom.
So it's really like how much do you want to get salmonella? Like how much risk are you willing to take?
You're not gonna get salmonella. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't say that. We should probably just get another cooling rack.
Really, we can't. We have no room in our crowded kitchen.
That's true. Our kitchen's too crowded.
Too crowded.
Eden, it's ready.
Ah!
Or it might be ready.
Nope.
We should call this video checking the cookies 10 million times. Okay, I think those are good.
I feel like I'm just like nervous. I never check my cookies this number of times. You know that Morley taught me how to flip an omelet? It's true.
The banter. You come to the show for the unmatched banter. Okay, before we try the cookies, we have a very special dinner planned, so we will have them for dessert afterwards. So we have one of the thicker, narrower ones, and one of the flatter, skinnier ones. We're just gonna try half of each. Oh my gosh.
So good. Honestly, I didn't really get much.
Do you want to take an actual bite?
I'm gonna take an actual bite.
Okay.
There's like the perfect amount of gooiness. And we still have that nice crispy brown bottom. I have to say, don't quote me on this, the walnuts do add a really nice balance. They do add a nice balance to the chocolate chips.
Because it's so sweet already. Like the chocolate and the sugar and the butter, it's so sweet.
Okay, wait, this is my taste
Okay.
We did use semi-sweet chocolate chips, so they're a little bit sweeter. Maybe if we use dark chocolate chips, then the walnuts wouldn't be necessary, but I did just get a bite with the walnuts, the chocolate chip, super buttery cookies, and that really nice balance between the chewy top and a little bit of a crunchier bottom. It's basically the world's best chocolate chip cookie.
Perfect bite.
It's like a Sesame Street cookie.
Can I see the bottom?
It's a cookie that Cookie Monster would eat.
I mean, yes, this cookie is relatively flatter than the other one, but that is still like a meaty chocolate chip cookie. Like you definitely have the distinct outer crust and inner softness and gooiness. Need a little bit of tea to balance that out. They're great. Like, it's the quintessential chocolate chip cookie. I don't think I can put it any better than that. These are great. You should make them.